wintertime once again. It's a shame that the crisp, colorful leaves of fall never last long enough. But man, when it comes to winter though, it's a vast, swirling wonderland of sparkly white pleasure. Let it fill your senses with cascading pillows of excitement and comfort as you've never felt before.
Wow, that was beautiful.
What? I was just reading this candy wrapper.
And there is nothing, I mean nothing, this winter that can stop me from cuddling up by the fire and...
Wait, we're talking about Frozen again?
Oh... Except for that, I guess.
By True Love's kiss, everyone dismisses the idea of love at first sight, and the dreaming Prince Charming turns out to be the villain. But ever since I watched the movie the first time, it's always been that last point that bothered me the most. Because for as much as I loved Prince Hans's turn to the dark side in the final moments of the movie, it just felt like it came out of nowhere.
What did that? No, it doesn't! The movie comments over and over again on Anna's hastiness to get hitched with Hans, or with anyone for that matter.
No one's brothers are staying here. No one is getting married.
Hang on. You mean to tell me you got engaged to someone you just met?
You can't marry a man you just met.
Also, I think the way Hans keeps up the good guy act even after his secret is revealed is to show off that he's just that good of a manipulator.
So let's first look at his motive for this big murder plot. He says himself,
as 13th in line in my own kingdom, I didn't stand a chance. I knew I'd have to marry into the throne somewhere.
which on the surface would seem to make sense. Option 1 is marry Elsa and fast-track your way up to the royal throne, but since she tends to give people a bit of the old cold shoulder...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He went for the next best thing. Anna, next in line to be queen should Elsa die.
All that's left now is to kill Elsa and bring back Summer.
And this is the moment where things start to go off the rails. Hans expresses his intention to do the exact opposite. Protect Elsa.
First thing you need to remember is that he hasn't married Anna yet. And secondly, even if he did want to kill Elsa then, he's got like a small army of guys with him as witnesses. Now, you could argue that he could make it look like he killed her in self-defense, or go after her solo. To that I say, he's a normal dude going up against a literal ice goddess. Who do you think wins that fight?
Hans is already in charge of Arendelle throughout most of the movie. When Anna decides to run off and bring back Elsa, she puts him in charge.
Yes, temporarily. He was not given a permanent position like he wanted. He was always going to have to give up power once Elsa and Anna returned because he was not king yet.
Face it, Anna is just a few days away from rising to the throne. Based on the sisters' talk at the ice castle, Elsa has zero intention of returning to the city. She's willingly abdicated the throne. She's saying that Anna now has the power to keep the gates open because she's the new decision maker.
Dude, Anna would never just forget about Elsa like that. Even if she went up to her face and said, "You don't get it, Anna, it's all about the Hakuna Matata." A talking lion I ran into taught me that while he was ditching his own royal responsibilities. And that seems to be the direction his story is going in, right? And let's not forget Hans wouldn't have much of a kingdom to rule anyway because...
Arendelle's in deep, 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 deep...
So to recap, Anna's heart has been frozen over by Elsa's ice powers. She's about to die and needs an act of true love in order to save him. But he refuses, making it clear that he never loved her at all. All he wanted to do was marry her for her kingdom. He puts out the candle so she'll freeze to death faster and then leaves prematurely because every villain always leaves prematurely. There is literally no reason not to kiss her in this situation.
Except you forgot that the kiss only works if he at least likes her. Which he doesn't, remember?
To really understand why, though, we have to quickly talk about monarchies. So I've been binge-watching The Crown.
Wait, stop. So you're implying that a romanticized drama about the actual British royal family is more trustworthy than this movie? And yes, I know that show is based on actual factual events, but come on, it's television. Everything's romanticized for better or for worse.
Anyway, if Arendelle is like most monarchies, Hans would have to keep Anna alive in order to help her rule the kingdom. You see, in a typical monarchy like you have in Great Britain, the crown gets passed around based on the royal blood running through your veins.
But Hans is a prince. He already has royal blood. You never specified it had to come from Arendelle. Also, Elsa and Anna are the last members of the royal family. So if Hans did marry into it, who else would they make king? Frickin' Olaf?
Get this, when it comes down to it, Tarzan would be next in line.
Nope, no he wouldn't. Frozen 2 nipped that theory in the bud, I'm afraid.
In short, if this is the guy who wants to rule Arendelle and kill Elsa, he's just not doing a good job of it. So what gives here? Well, what if Hans was just a pawn in someone else's game? The true villains in Frozen are the trolls. You heard me.
He's crazy.
movie. Let's start with their song Fixer Upper, which at first seems like a lighthearted comedy song, but when you actually bother to pay attention to the lyrics, they contain some really disturbing lines.
Look at she is engaged to someone else, okay?
And yet, despite this, the trolls steamroll past that little detail, saying her quote engagement is a flex arrangement. By the end of the song, the trolls are literally trying to trick Anna into marrying Kristoff.
Well, it's more like the rock trolls were getting ahead of themselves than trying to trick anyone, unlike the theory on the other hand. Their attitudes during this song perfectly match Ben's descriptions of them.
I don't want to scare you. They can be a little inappropriate. And loud. Very loud. They're also stubborn.
Well, remember, Kristoff was adopted by the trolls. It's part of the clan. So having one of their own be a part of the noble family is a huge deal. Ask yourself this. Who were the first ones to scare Elsa about her powers? The trolls. Prior to visiting them, Elsa was confident in her abilities. The only reason Anna gets injured at the top of the movie is because she was reckless, leaving Elsa as the one who has to take all the blame.
She was 5! They were basically doing what any couple of kids would do if one of them had ice powers. And the Troll King wasn't trying to scare Elsa, he was trying to caution her.
There is beauty in it, but also great danger. You must learn to control it. Fear will be your enemy.
And how do Elsa's powers grow out of control when she's an adult? That's right, by fearing it.
What does erasing Anna's memories do? Nothing. Well, at least nothing good. She becomes alone and alienated from a sister for reasons she can't fathom. Meanwhile, Elsa is pushed into a kingdom of isolation.
Well, technically the Troll Chief didn't erase her memories, he just modified them a bit. And while this was definitely a misguided decision on everyone's part, I think the idea here was that they wanted to avoid another accident while playing with Elsa's magic, and that the parents had every intention to let the sisters play with each other again once Elsa's magic was under control. But then, yeah, you know, that happened.
So what's to say that the trolls couldn't or wouldn't do some sort of memory magic on Hans, the fiancé who just happens to be in the way of their big plans for Kristoff?
Well, for starters, it seems like the trolls need to get up and personal with you in order to use their mind magic. And the second thing is a question so important, I feel like it debunks the entire theory right here without needing to go any further. And that question is as follows. If the troll's mind magic is that powerful, what do they need Hans for then? No, really, why would Hans be important for their plan then? Hans is nothing. He's trash. He's horse. He's my favorite punchline since 10 seconds ago. Because if they did want to control the kingdom, why even bother marrying into it? Why not use your mind control magic on the king? Or use it on Anna? She was right there during the music number. They could have made her marry Sven. Or how about their best option? Brainwash Elsa instead. Turn her into a super weapon who makes an army of abominable snowmen to help you rule not just Arendelle, but the whole world. If the trolls really were power-hungry masterminds, then they would have so many other evil options available to them. Don't involve this royal chump!
Oh my god, you suck!
But there you have it. Why Hans is certainly not mind controlled by trolls. As always, thank you for watching and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Theory debunked.